time travel action in Sonic 4, a film adaptation of Luigi's Mansion, and Johnny Depp in a new legendary role. You really don't want to miss this week's movie news. We also got exciting updates on Grown Ups 3, the continuation of the One Piece series, and the cast of Miami Vice. So get ready for all this and much more, now in the KinoCheck news. Sonic back in theaters, but in a different way than usual. An insider says the movie might get a new title, and there's a good reason for it. Instead of Sonic the Hedgehog 4, we're likely to get Sonic CD. Fans will immediately recognize that there is no coincidence. Sonic CD was one of the most creative games on the Sega CD. In it, the blue hedgehog lands on a little planet, which appears once a year above Never Lake. Here, the past, present, and future collide. But Dr. Robotnik changed the planet and wants to steal the so-called Time Stones. His goal? To manipulate time. So what does this mean for the movie? According to the report, we can expect some cool time travel action for Sonic and his friends. The focus will apparently be on the darker version of the future. Particularly exciting are the roles of Amy Rose and Metal Sonic. At the end of Part 3, they and several Sonic robots already made an appearance. The question is how their story will continue. In the game, Amy Rose is kidnapped by Metal Sonic, and our hero has to rescue her. But we're fairly sure Amy will also pack a punch in the movie. After all, she doesn't carry her hammer around just for fun. Let's see how much of the game the movie ends up incorporating. We're sure to be in for a surprise or two. The movie will hit theaters on March 19th, 2027. The Mario universe is about to get huge. Nintendo is reportedly planning several new movies. We recently told you about the upcoming Donkey Kong film, but according to insider My Time to Shine Hello, that's just the beginning. There's now talk of spin-offs for Luigi's Mansion and Princess Peach. Ultimately, it'll all culminate in a big finale, a Super Smash Bros. Movie. This would bring all the characters together, kind of like Marvel's Avengers. The insider source has been right many times before, though not always. Nintendo has not made a statement about the report yet. The only official news for now is the theatrical release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie on April 3rd, 2026. What do you think? Would you welcome a Super Mario cinematic universe? And which characters should definitely get their own movie? We look forward to your suggestions in the comments. Just in time for Halloween, a new trailer for Stranger Things Season 5 has dropped, and the community hype is sky high. The epic finale premieres on November 26th, and we can hardly wait. After numerous delays, the trailer for Scream 7 has finally arrived. The production faced some challenges and is focusing on the franchise's original cast this time. Naturally, this makes us wonder whether the movie can live up to its direct predecessors at the box office, even without stars like Jenna Ortega. In other exciting news, Eric Kripke, creator of The Boys, has shared an update on the final season. Editing is complete. Visual effects are halfway done, and the season is nearly ready to thrill fans. While there is no official premiere date, it's looking very promising. A little tip from us, with the KinoCheck app, you'll stay well informed and be among the first to catch the trailer for Season 5 as soon as it drops. One Piece Season 2 finally has a release date. Starting March 10th, 2026, the Straw Hat Pirates will set sail once again. Netflix revealed this with a fresh new poster, and has been teasing the next adventure with new images for weeks. We're especially excited about the new crew member, Tony Chopper. The ship's doctor is a true fan favorite. In the second season, we'll also get to see the live-action versions of characters like Sir Crocodile and Nico Robin. And the best part? Netflix already has confirmed Season 3. Filming will begin in Cape Town at the end of 2025, so hopefully we won't have to wait as long for it as we did for Season 2. Johnny Depp becomes the legendary Heartless Man. The actor takes on the lead role in the new Christmas film Ebenezer: A Christmas Carol. And the movie will be directed by Ty West, known for horror films such as X and Pearl. Depp plays Ebenezer Scrooge, a grumpy businessman who's haunted by ghosts on Christmas Eve. The story is about nothing less than the redemption of his soul. Charles Dickens' classic has been retold many times before, for example, with The Muppets, or as a modern version starring Bill Murray. And indeed, alongside the Johnny Depp version, another adaptation is already in the works. This project comes from horror expert Robert Eggers, known for films like The Lighthouse and Nosferatu. And here too, a major star slips into the lead role, none other than Willem Dafoe. Eggers plans to focus more on a darker, ghostly atmosphere. Ty West, on the other hand, aims to emphasize the emotional side of the story. So, what do you think? Do you prefer a chilling ghost tale with Willem Dafoe, or an emotional journey with Johnny Depp? Well, we're definitely looking forward to both versions. Grown Ups 3 is coming. We've had to wait 12 years, but in just a few months, filming will finally begin. Once again, the story centers around Adam Sandler's character, who inherits an old summer camp and, of course, immediately drums up his old crew. The full cast has not been confirmed yet, but we're willing to bet that Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Rob Schneider will be back as well. This summer, Kevin James was asked whether Grown Ups 3 was still happening. His very precise answer? I think there have been recent conversations. And I think you can keep hope alive. I would keep a lot of hope alive. And I think it's happening. Something's happening, I can say that. The film will once again be directed by Dennis Dugan, just like the first two installments. So basically nothing's changed there. There is no release date yet, but with a movie like this, it could even make it to theaters as early as 2026. The feud over Roadhouse has reached a new level. Now, 2 sequels are being filmed in competition. Doug Liman, director of the Reboot, is working on Roadhouse Dylan, based on the screenplay by the original writer of the 1980s film. At the same time, Amazon is producing Roadhouse 2 with Jake Gyllenhaal, Dave Bautista, and Nobody director Elia Neischuller. Liman had left the project amid a dispute after Amazon chose to not release the first film in theaters, opting instead for a direct release on Prime Video. In another case, screenwriter R. Lance Hill, creator of the original, sued Amazon over the rights to the story. Now the two have simply joined forces to make their own Roadhouse movie. Sounds like an exciting showdown. Crash Bandicoot on Netflix. According to insiders, the popular video game character is getting his own animated series soon. The show will be produced by the creators of the series Sonic Prime. Apparently, Crash Bandicoot will also be aimed at a younger audience, despite lots of retro charm. The Crash Bandicoot franchise was developed in 1996 by Naughty Dog, the same studio behind Uncharted and The Last of Us. To this day, it remains one of the great classics of the 90s. Details about the release of the new series have yet to be announced. Now, the project fits Netflix's current strategy. For years, the platform has been producing more and more animated series based on popular video games, including major hits like the League of Legends adaptation Arcane. Which games would you love to see on Netflix next? Feel free to share your ideas in the comments. The Miami Vice reboot has new stars. Rumor has it that Austin Butler will take on the role of Sonny Crockett. Starring alongside him, Michael B. Jordan as Rico Tubbs. According to Variety magazine, both actors are close to signing on, which should put the rumors about Glenn Powell playing Crockett to rest. And the reboot also boasts an impressive team behind the camera. The director is Joseph Kosinski, the man behind Top Gun Maverick and F1. The screenplay is by Dan Gilroy, known for Nightcrawler and the Star Wars series Andor. The new movie draws inspiration from the pilot episode and first season of the original series, packed with 80s vibes, corruption, and Miami glamour. If all goes according to plan, filming will start in 2026, with the movie hitting theaters on August 6, 2027. Jason Statham and Guy Ritchie, the Dream Team returns. The project? An action film called Viva la Madness. The book it's based on follows a London drug dealer who goes into hiding in the Caribbean. However, he soon gets pulled back into a criminal world of drugs, fraud, money laundering, and violence. The novel is a sequel to Layer Cake, which was adapted into a film in 2004 starring Daniel Craig. Back then, the role helped lead to his casting as James Bond. However, the Viva la Madness adaptation will not be an official continuation of the Craig film. Jason Statham is the only confirmed cast member so far. Guy Ritchie is writing the screenplay and set to direct, with production slated to kick off in January 2026. That's it for this week's hottest topics. Heard of anything we missed? Then share it with everyone in the comments. We'd be happy if you gave this video a like, and we wish you an amazing week. Your KinoCheck team. Oh, and in case you missed it, here's more news that will pique your interest. Progress on the Horizon Zero Dawn movie. According to recent reports, filming is slated to begin in 2026, with a theatrical release planned for 2027. Apparently, the script is already finished, and the search for a suitable director is in full swing. The live-action film is another collaboration between Columbia Pictures and PlayStation Productions, the same partnership that brought Uncharted and Gran Turismo to the big screen. Now, originally, Sony had announced a Horizon series for Netflix back in 2022. However, after issues with the then showrunner Steve Blackman, the project was shelved. And in early 2025, Sony finally confirmed that a live-action feature film would be made instead. According to the head of PlayStation Productions, Aloy will, of course, play a central role in the movie, just as she does in the popular games Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. However, it remains open who will take on the role of the popular Huntress. Who would be your pick? Would you prefer an established star, or should a newcomer be given a chance? Both options definitely have their pros and cons, but either way, the bar is set high for such a beloved character. News from Spider-Man Brand New Day. For the first time, Stranger Things star Sadie Sink was spotted on set in Basingstoke, England, sparking new speculation about her role. Now, fans have been guessing for months who Sadie Sink might play in Brand New Day. Until now, many assumed she'd portray a classic role like Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane Watson, two key figures in Peter Parker's life. However, unofficial photos from the set show the actress wearing camouflage pants and rugged boots, a look that doesn't quite fit Gwen or MJ. Some fans believe this outfit points to a completely different character, namely Rachel Cole Alvis. In the comics, Rachel is a former soldier who becomes an uncompromising crime fighter after a tragic loss. Together with the Punisher, she wages a merciless war against organized crime, often using the same symbols and methods. This theory fits especially well since John Barenthal is also appearing as the Punisher in the new Spider-Man movie. In any case, Spider-Man 4 is set to shift its focus back to the streets in New York City. That is, to the world of so-called street-level heroes like Daredevil. Spider-Man Brand New Day swings into theaters on July 31st, 2026. By then, we'll definitely know more. There are some new details about the God of War adaptation, and these are sure to cause an outcry among some fans. It concerns the public casting call for the planned Amazon series. The call includes detailed descriptions of the desired actors and key characters, including Kratos and Atreus. Although they're hidden behind fake names, their descriptions are unmistakable. For Kratos, Amazon is looking for an actor aged 40 to 60. He's described as a war-hardened, muscular figure haunted by loss and a violent past. Atreus is to be portrayed by a boy aged 9 to 12. The character is described as intelligent, curious, and emotionally neglected. Both lead actors will face intense fight scenes and must therefore meet certain physical requirements. So far, so good. But both roles explicitly state that the ethnicity of the actors is irrelevant. This might come as a surprise to many, given that Kratos is an ancient Spartan and his appearance is iconic. If Amazon is serious about this casting call, the series could face an immediate backlash depending on the casting choices. Interestingly, some of the other roles specifically call for white actors. Despite the code names used in the casting call, the description strongly suggests that besides Kratos and Atreus, Sif, Odin, and Baldur will also play central roles. They're all listed as series regulars. Plus, various roles explicitly mention that, in addition to violence, nudity and more can be expected. So, much like its source material, the series appears not to hold back on such themes. Filming is scheduled to begin in Vancouver in March 2026. The series initially adapts the 2018 game of the same name, and according to showrunner Ronald D. Moore, the game and series will be similar in tone and won't differ much in story. However, a one-to-one adaptation is not planned. The first season will consist of 10 episodes, and a second season has already been officially greenlit. With filming set to start in March 2026, the God of War series could premiere in 2027. What do you think? Are you looking forward to the adaptation, or are you skeptical? And who would be the perfect casting choice for Kratos? Let us know in the comments below.